Okay. Okay. We're back. Hey, everybody. It's your buddy Bruce here, traveling with Bruce TWB, my original channel. How's everyone doing out there? It's Monday, April the 22nd. Oh my gosh, April's just about done. One more Monday, and then we're into May. The last month of our stay has quickly come upon us, and I'm saddened. It's been a great winter, though, I have to say. Like last year for Jen and I, and particularly, obviously, for Jennifer, this has been a get better holiday, and boy, has she improved leaps and bounds with her now two brand new artificial hips. I'm really happy about that. That is absolutely mind blowing to think that in 14 months time, 15 months time, she has two brand new hips, and she's doing really well. She is. Uh, we found, funny enough, uh, I believe it was. I'm trying to remember how this works now. Yeah, you sort of lose track of the of timing, but apparently, I know that we were in this particular condo back in 2022, in January, February of 22. But Jennifer didn't get a new hip until December of 22, and she recouped in January, February of 23. But in 22, we were in this condo for just a few months. And at the time, she was using a cane. Um, and I don't know why, but we left the cane here somehow. She found her cane in one of the closets, still there. She has a new cane that she bought just 6 months ago, maybe 8 months ago, when maybe even earlier, because we had a cane for her when we went to Europe last summer. And so she has two identical canes. She uses neither one of them. She doesn't use either of them. And I don't know what we're going to do with them. I'm kind of thinking, well, they're foldable. Let's just take them home. And in case you hurt yourself, you got two canes, I guess. But she doesn't need either cane, period. She's able to get around wherever she wants to go, and all is well. So I don't know. If you're watching me live right now, say hi to me. Tell me where you're watching me from. I've only got one person saying hello, and that's Robert at the moment. And he's not hitting. He's not doing too well. Jeff is here. Good day, Bruce. TLB sponsors, Bruce Guys and 24 Celsius. This show is the sponsor member show, and it's to talk to me about whatever you want to talk about: cruising, traveling, the world at large. How you doing, everybody? Palm Desert, California is where Jennifer and I are right now. We're at. It's 99 for the high today. Let me double check. It's been getting up there. Palm Desert right now, 98 degrees is our temperature right now here in Palm Desert. Sorry about the glare. Look at that. I can't make that glare go away. Anyway, it's 98 degrees in Palm Desert, and tomorrow's high will be 93, and then we cool down to 89 on Wednesday, 82 on Thursday, 79 on Friday is our high, and then back to 87, 92, 96, 95, 97. So we'll go right back up there, and that is Palm Desert weather. Kirk Brunson's YouTube and Facebook channel. He is in the house. How you doing, buddy? Hi, Bruce and TW sponsor Kirk from New York City here, and I am working today. Welcome, my friend. It's great to have you here. Jeff, of course, is here from Melbourne, Australia, if I'm not mistaken. How you doing there, pal? Blue skies and 24 Celsius. Not bad weather. Connie Servino is here. Hi, Connie. Hello. All glad to be here. Welcome, all of you, to the show today. I'm glad you could make it, and it's nice to have you. So if you're able to say hi, please do say hello. And let me know you're up there. We're obviously thrilled with how Jennifer has recouped from two brand new hip replacement surgeries, one last year and one this year. So that's fabulous. We're going to go home late May, and we will be visiting. She'll be visiting her doctor shortly after we get back, because she does qualify for these, they call them knee they're knee injections. You basically get an injection in your knee for a steroid, or this helps relieve joint pain, sort of thing. And it works wonders for her, absolutely wonders. Her right knee is the bothering knee. It's the one that compensated all those years with her first hip. And so she gets a shot on that one. And if that works out the way we think it'll work out, by the middle of June, she could completely be virtually pain-free in all of her lower extremities, which would be really nice. Rocky Grasso's in the house. How you doing there, buddy? Hi, Bruce, Jeff, Kirk, Connie. How you doing, man? Thank you for joining me today. Yeah, we're looking forward to that because again, we talked today. Jennifer and I discussed again a little bit what could we do this summer for a getaway. What do we want to do this time around? We've been here for the winter, which is, you could call it a vacation getaway, but I kind of look at it that we hang out here for the winter and then we head back north for the summer, but we start traveling in the summer as well. Kirk, hi Rocky, to him. So we discussed an idea about what about if we did a cruise again out of Southampton, maybe July or August, somewhere that in that time frame. That would include Cork, Ireland, so we can catch up with Donnell. We'd like to see him in person. Maybe we can do Dublin on that cruise. Usually you can, Cork, Dublin, and then you kind of do Glasgow, northern UK around Inverness, and I can't remember the names of these places up, way up in the north, and then around to Edinburgh, and then come back down. Could we do that kind of a cruise? Now we've looked at, I think we're looking at 12-day cruises. I think that's what they're offering, kind of. Now, I have also seen cruises which are like a Southampton departure where you end up in Copenhagen, or you end up in Bergen, Norway, or you end up in Stockholm in some cases. It all depends on the itinerary, and you don't necessarily get the Scottish end of it. You get sort of a Norway, North Sea thing, but Jennifer would really like to see the northern part of the UK. So we have to figure that out. And when we know, we'll know when we get her knee injected. We'll kind of know, how are you doing? How physically active are you going to be now for the next 3 months? Do you think, we're just guessing it, but certainly the hip issue is no longer an issue, so that's great. It's now a knee issue. And I've asked her straight out, should we come back right here next winter to get your knee replaced? Should we have that right knee replaced? Could that be everything that you need done? If necessary, we'll just have it done and stay here for the winter next year. Go from there. However, as I've mentioned here on a few occasions, we would really love to travel to Australia and New Zealand. We'd really like to be down under next winter, our winter, summer there. So if we were to head south to Australia sometime in December, and make December, January, and then February, March, that 4-month window, our Australia / New Zealand-ish vacay, great. Could it include a cruise? It could. It might not. How do we travel the land? Do we rent a vehicle and spend nights in hotels? Do we rent a vehicle and spend a week here, a week here, a week here in Airbnbs or something like that? I don't know. Do we rent an RV in either place or both? I don't know. I haven't got answers. I don't know about the mobility factor. I don't know about the logistics factor, internet factor. I know that if we're in an RV, we're cut off for days, perhaps not. Costs, logistics. I'm not a camping guy. It's not my thing. So, could we rent a vehicle and spend a week at a resort here and a week there, a week, sort of do Melbourne, Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, the Gold Coast, Perth, the northern part of this continent. I don't know. I just can't answer. And New Zealand is one of those mysteries because you can take extensive cruises where you have many stops in the southern islands of New Zealand, which would be the most remote. And then, but you're not inland, you're just literally the coast. And then you can end your cruise in Auckland. And from there, you could rent a vehicle and do a 10-day trip, 2-day trip for the Northern Islands. Maybe it's a combo kind of a thing. So maybe it's cruise for the bottom half and a drive in the upper half. Don't know either. So yeah, this has been gnawing at me for a while, and I'm trying to figure out what to do about it. In any event, there you have it. So there are 23 people watching, but for some reason, there's only 4 or 5 who've said hello, and I have a suspicion that the only reason the others haven't said hi to me is that they can't. That the channel, somehow this show is being broadcast to whoever's watching, but that only the sponsor members can say hi. And here's one right here, Donnell from Cork, Ireland. Hey, buddy. Hi, Bruce and all. I'm in Dublin, the hotel. Sorry, I can't stay and watch you now. I'll catch the reruns. Early start in the morning. Have a great week, everybody. Thanks, Donnell. Nice shirt on that photo, by the way. Thank you, buddy. We'll talk to you later. So anyway, if you're watching, thank you. If you're able to give the show a thumbs up, please do. That would be great if you could hit the thumbs up button. Let me know that you can hear me at least. I see 8 thumbs up so far have come through out of 19 people watching. So there's definitely more people here than normal live, which is great. I'm glad you're here. But unfortunately, you can't seem to. It doesn't seem that you're able to make a comment into the show, from what I can see. Let me check something here. Yeah, let me go over there and see if I can do this over here. I'm going to just check out the content. What's going on with my channel right now? This show, sponsor member Hangout show, is a public show. It is a public show today, which normally this is only a sponsor member show for members only. And then let me go over here to customization and see what's going on. It's okay. I'm going to open it up to anybody. You can, any of you want to make a comment, please feel free to do so. In a couple of seconds, you'll probably be allowed to say hi. Love to hear from you if you're watching from wherever you are. Say hello. Let's go back over there, and let's go back over there, and I'll go back over here. Okay, let's see if anyone pops in and says hi. Welcome all to the program. Kirk, enjoy Donnell, says Kirk. Alrighty, there we are. So we'll see if any comments come from non-members. Say hello. I did have a logistical issue with the show today. I was trying to set it up to alert everyone, and if somehow the alert went out to the public, and it didn't go out to private, to members only. It went out to kind of everyone, but the show is sort of preset. It's a sort of a preset on the commentary over here for members only. So if any of you out there can say hi to me that are non-members, by all means, say hello. And tell me, where are you watching me from, and what's your temperature today? How are you? Hope you're all doing well. I missed last week's show. I wasn't here last week. I was a little under the weather. I was really tired, and I just decided I'm not going to be very effective today. I thought I don't want to try and do 2 one-hour shows back to back if I'm under the weather. It just wasn't worth it, so I figured I'd take that time off. Robert, how you doing, buddy? I'm here, little sunshine early. Welcome, my friend. Nice to have you. And so, yes, this is working. And any of you who would like to say hi to me on this sponsor member show, you're welcome to do so. It is an open chat for anyone. Yeah. So last week I took the week off, and I have to say thank you to probably everybody here who's already commented. I received a good chunk of emails. Comments on this channel came out where people were wishing me well and saying, take the week off, you need the rest. And so that was awful kind of a bunch of you to do that for me. I do appreciate the everything on that. Coming up on my big show at 8 o'clock Eastern time, I'm going to be talking about some news on Princess And on Viking, and I found a couple of cruises to talk to you about that might be of interest to some of you. Sort of an extreme. I have two extreme cruises, one extreme to another. So we'll talk about that later on. Ms. M is in the house. Hi, Bruce. I've been watching secretly. I'm number 6. Great to have you. Thank you for the thumbs up, number 6 today on this show. Normally, this show is a private show for members only, but today it's open to all. So, welcome all. Nice to have you around here. Here in the desert, where I am right now, Palm Desert, California, the big thing around here has been the Coachella Music Festival. It's an annual thing, it's become a worldwide famous event. I remember back in 2000 when Jennifer and I and Jennifer Jr. first lived here. We were full time residents way back then. It was just starting. I think 2000 might have been the second year or the first year. And by about the third or fourth year, it became a big deal. Like it really took off. It had started as sort of a Friday, like a Saturday Sunday festival, then a Friday Saturday Sunday, then it was a Thursday Friday Saturday Sunday. Then it went for a whole week. Now it's over 2 weekends. I think it's like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's dark, but they have like the 2 weekends going. I remember the third or fourth one. Very early on, they had Janet Jackson leading the one show, and then shortly after that, Paul McCartney played Coachella, which was wow. Like I thought, man, Paul McCartney, holy crap, this guy plays stadiums, you know. So it became a big deal around here. I've never been to one, by the way. My daughter has been to one, but she was at the time she went to Coachella, she was like 18 and was perfectly aged for that kind of thing, but not my cup of tea. Ms. M, nice day in Maple Ridge, sunny, but a full moon, so students are a little nutty right now. Yes, I can imagine. Yes, you know, it's, what is it now, late April. Here we are, the third week of April. I would imagine British Columbia, depending on where you live, is exploding with spring. I mean, spring is coming out, but boy, I'm already hearing about forest fires breaking out in Alberta. Just unbelievable. 7 set yesterday. Isn't that crazy? Miss M, I'm retired, but I work 1 or 2 days a week to travel. And I have a cruise booked for October. So right on, saving up for the next trip. Nicely done. Robert, you're not feeling well, but I will see you tomorrow. You take care, buddy, and you rest and get better. And it's all good. I know where you're coming from. It's all good with me. Yes, there are a lot of folks around here who have sort of part-time gigs here in the valley. There's a number of folks here who are retired, who own, in some cases, they own travel trailers that they hang out in the wintertime here. And they live in northern U.S. For the summertime, maybe with friends or other relatives, I don't know. But there are folks who own fully, like their travel trailers that don't go anywhere, the kind that have been on in one spot for 20 years. And they'll be here for the whole winter. And a number of these folks are pretty entrepreneurial. They'll come down here for, starting in October. And they will leave now, April, May, maybe. So they'll put in 6 or 7 or 7.5 months. And then they'll get a gig. They'll get a job around here, part-time work. The greeters at Walmart are always seniors around here. And they have 2 working, of course, at a time, one at one entrance, one at the other at our super Walmarts, Sam's Clubs, Costco stores. Then there are greeters at other stores in the valley, and they'll put in their 4 or 5 hours a day, and they'll make their $15-20 an hour, and 3-4 days a week, making $1,500 a month, $1,800 a month, part-time money. Staying active, having friends in the area, getting working 4 days and getting 3 days off, and pacing themselves and bringing a little extra dough with their Social Security money, and you put that together, and all is well. They survive nicely. There are, of course, a lot of seniors who do they do this uh, RV full time, and they then travel to various spots to get work, seasonal work. So at Christmas time, for example, they'll get seasonal work at like Amazon warehouses, or that kind of job if they're into that kind of work. Others are working summers at campgrounds as hosts, campground hosts, doing it year after year, and having friends and contacts over the years. It all depends on what you want to be doing. What's your gig? What's your game plan? For me, my gig is this: YouTubing with both channels. We did a meet and greet last week. I haven't seen you since before the meet and greet. We ended up with a meet and greet in Ontario, California. That was for April the 13th, Saturday, and we met at the Outback Steakhouse, and it was a wonderful event. It turned out there was about 15 of us that showed up, and I think everybody was from the other channel, though. I think everybody that showed us on the stock market channel. There's a lot of those folks who were really keen to see me in person and talk to Jennifer and I about the stock market and stuff. So that was kind of fun. It was nice. It was fun. It was definitely fun. It was a good time, and lots of selfies were taken, and people got me to sign autographs. That's kind of cool. So we enjoyed that very much, and it was a great event to do. It wasn't just for people to meet me; it was for people to meet each other, and that was really great because now viewers met other viewers in person, and that goes a long way to forging relationships and friendships, and these folks stay in touch with each other after that. So that was kind of cool. We're happy about pulling that one off in Ontario. That's only the second time since Jen and I have been here that we have left the valley since we got here. We landed here on December 1, and we have a Tesla. I've rented a Tesla the entire time. I'm driving a Model Y, but I don't drive that car. I bet you there's 2 days a week I don't drive it. I bet you I'm only in it 5 days a week, and usually it's just for grocery runs, heading to Trader Joe's, in and out, or showing some relatives around if they visit us. But we've only driven once to LA to pick up someone from the airport, and we've driven once to Ontario for a meet and greet. Other than that, we haven't gone anywhere. We've been just hunkered down right here in the valley, and we've driven around here a little bit, but not that much. We're just chillaxing, and it doesn't hurt that our living room window and our kitchen window looks out over the golf course that's right behind us. And so the golfers are going right by us, and we can see their approach shots to the green over there on the par four, and we see we see bad and good golfers, good and bad. We see them all. So it's kind of a thing to watch. But boy, I'll tell you, we're not we don't whip around the valley very much, because where are we going? What are we going to do? Unless we have a visitor who's never been here before, we really don't have much to show them or see ourselves. We've seen it before. So we're just kind of living here to enjoy the winter time. And I'll tell you, we get the reports from our relatives and friends back in Calgary, and they're going, you guys want to stay where you are. You don't want to be here right now. It's awful. It's just terrible. It's snowing again, or it's miserable or windy and rainy, and stay where you are. Hang out with the palm trees and the cacti. You're fine. You're fine. It's kind of nice. We do enjoy it down here very, very much. We don't know for this summer, though, other than doing a cruise for the Scottish Isles. We're not sure where else to go in Europe this year. We certainly would not look to go into the Poland area and towards Eastern Europe, obviously, for obvious reasons. So, where in Europe would we go, and what would we see? I'm reluctant to go to very popular, hot, over visited tourist spots. So I'm not eager to do that. So I'm more interested in going to, secondary places. And so I've been asking myself, What about Austria and other parts of Switzerland we haven't seen, or the countryside of France? Um, would we be perhaps in northern Italy as an idea? And then how are we going to do it? We've done the train thing before. We've done this 15-day pass over 60-day time frame to see Europe on a European wide rail pass. First class senior rail pass. Loved it. We did that 2 years ago where we took 13 days of travel trips out of the 15 that we could have taken. We traveled 13 days in a 2 month window. Then last year I think we bought a 10-day pass, and I think we used 8 of those maybe. And we got our monies out of it. We got more than our money out of it. It is easy as seniors traveling first class to get your money out of these rail passes. Now, if you're a student using at a student rate second class travel, you're not on as expensive a train ride as you would be if you paid regular fare. But to be reasonable, you've got this instant flexibility with a pass. You don't have to make days in advance reservations, anything like that. But if you're traveling second class, if my ticket is $100 and the second class fare is $60, and that's the highest it would be based on a last minute booking. And if either one of us booked 2 weeks earlier or before, we might get half off. So it might be 60 for me or 50 for me and 30 for the student. Well, if the student is not paying $30 but is using their rail pass, that day's rail pass is only getting them $30 of value, maybe up to 60. And if you're paying $500 or $600 or $700 for the full pass, you might not get much more than the value of the pass plus a few $100. Having said that, however, you've got this ticket that at the last minute you can change your mind and say, well, let's go here instead. You might have to pay a $5 reservation fee for a seat, but other than that, you're good to go immediately. Whereas if you bought a ticket 2 weeks ago, it might not be refundable. It might not be transferable. There might be restrictions, and especially if you're dealing with borders from Italy to Switzerland to Austria to Germany, you may have issues there. These rail passes that Jen and I had, we had no problem in the UK, the Netherlands. We had no problem in Sweden, Germany. No problem in Austria, Switzerland. Convenient as get up. Absolutely convenient as get up. First class travel. Yeah, we really liked it. So for 2 years in a row, we really, really saved money. We got great value out of those. I would say at least double the cost of each ticket. And I think the first year we paid about 1,500 US for the two of us, and I think we got $3,000 worth of travel. It was really impressive. And then last year, I think we paid about 900 for the two of us or something like that. And I'm certain we got 1,500 to 1,800 of value out of there as well. So we were very pleased with how it went. Welcome, Sharon. How you doing? Number 11. Cool that the sponsor member code has been turned off. Yeah, today it's open to all. Come on by and say hi, and it's great to have you here. We're just doing a little hangout show today. It's more of a glitch on my part, but it's all right. It's all good. Welcome all to from wherever you are. I know Sharon is here from, I think she's here today from New Jersey, central New Jersey, unless she's on the road somewhere, but welcome. And hope you're all doing well out there no matter where you are. Yes, European travel. Jen and I have to figure this out. I have had a hankering to spend a month in the United Kingdom. I would like to spend a solid month in one place. London is what I had in mind. I would love to be in London for a full month in a 2-bedroom apartment, 1-bedroom apartment, something like that, where we're close to transit, which shouldn't be an issue anyway. And we can explore the town. I would like to go, for example, I would like to go back to the National Portrait Gallery Museum. And I'd like to go there for like 2 or 3 days in a week. I'd really like to be 5, 6 hours a day, twice or three times in a 1 week window. I would love to go to the National Museum, the National Museum, the Imperial War Museums. There's so many. I mean, we can't see them all. But I don't want to be rushed, and I don't want to be hurried, and I don't want to be at a museum every single day because I only have 5 days here. I don't like playing that game. So if we feel tired when we wake up the next day, we're kind of tired, we don't go anywhere. We just hang out. And if we're really tired, we order food in because food is delivered to your home. Wherever in the world you are now. So we order food in and relax. That would be fine with me. I'd be happy, something like that. Whereas if you do a hotel and it includes breakfast, which is fine, the problem is what do you do but when you get peckish for lunch, and what about dinner? And yes, you can go to a local grocery store, pick up a few things, but if your hotel doesn't have a kitchenette, doesn't have a microwave, doesn't have a fridge, you're really limited to what you can do. Whereas if you have an apartment, you have a full kitchen, you have a fridge, a freezer. Now you can buy some ice cream and eat it over the week rather than 5 pounds for one ice cream treat one night. That kind of thing. It's not that I want to be in the suburbs of London. I don't want to do that. I would really rather be in the main city of, one of the districts of near, of course, a tube, so that we're then connected to wherever we need to go. So yeah, I'd love to do something like that. That would be more entertaining to me, more appealing to me. We're home today, says Sharon. I'm home today. We'll be away in 4 weeks, but we're here now. Right on. Thank you and welcome to the show tonight. Yeah, London for a month would be fabulous. Economically, yeah, it'll be cheaper than a hotel. You're not going to have the tipping charges. You're not going to have the more expensive meals when you have a meal. Again, do you walk 2 blocks to a local sandwich shop and save a few pounds? Or if you're in an apartment, you shop for like the next 3 days, 4 days of food and prep some at home or go out, or order in. I mean, I don't know. It's one of those things. I'm thinking a 4 week stay. The first week will be kind of, really like a big exploration of what's going on. But after that, you kind of settle in, and I'd be happy to settle in and get used to the hood and get used to the pattern of the area and just kind of go from there. And if one day is going to be a trip to Harrods and another day is a trip to a gallery of some kind or a museum or whatever, then that's it. If we take a train ride for the day and we go out to the countryside for a day, I don't know where, and then come back that evening, so be it. There can always be the one night hotel stay, go to Dover for the night and then come back the next day. Do that. Again, it's wide open. Do you rent a car? I don't really want to rent a car in the UK, really, not from London. So yeah, I'm sort of trying to figure that one out. So Jen and I we're tossing these around. These are ideas. We have now got, unfortunately, too many choices. We have time. We go wherever we want for as long as we want and do whatever we want to do. Now the problem is, well, how do you narrow this down? Don't quite know how to wear this. Bring this down to a specific choice. So you kind of go, well, why don't we just get a place for a month and figure out what we're going to do when we get there? Because if the next 3 days are going to be raining, like really raining for 3 days, do we, one, not leave the house at all? Number two, only go by a tube to a museum, stay indoors, and then tube it back and back to the house. How do you want to play this? Yeah, we're not sure. That's the answer. That's truly the answer. After the UK, I don't know what the next deal is. If we have a cruise, and then the cruise is done, and we're now planning to go to the continent, on the continent do we go next? And what do we go see? This year, I want to avoid Paris at all costs. The Olympics are being held in Paris this year. So I don't want to be anywhere near Paris. So, okay, that makes that easy enough. Don't have to worry about that as part of a logistics. So that leaves us with, obviously the Netherlands, uh, Denmark, Sweden, Norway, uh, perhaps obviously Germany, uh, northern France, southern France, and then Austria, Switzerland, Italy, Spain, Portugal, perhaps. Um, and then what else? And do we do a cruise out of Rome that returns to Rome, or do we do a cruise that starts in Rome, ends in Barcelona? Um, and where do we fly home from? How is that going to logistically work out? So, yeah, how long and where and what? Those are the comments. Those are the questions. Those are the thoughts right now. And timing. How long do we have till when we get back to Canada before we would do the Australia show? Would the Australia thing start in December? Would we get back in October and then leave in December? And how long will that be? And how complicated? And then we end up in this region here for maybe the last 2 months of the North American winter, and then head back home. So I don't know. Lots of possibilities. Can't say. At the moment, I cannot say. Anyway, there's the story. I'm sticking to it. Anyway, there it is. That's the story. Thank you all for popping in here and saying hi to me. I appreciate it. I'm going to start the big show here at the top of the hour and cover a couple of topics and go from there. But in the meantime, I'm going to take a quick break here and check with Jen and maybe have a little nibble before I start the big show. And thank you all for popping into the Hangout. It's nice to have you here. I hope you have a cruise coming soon that you're all looking forward to. And wherever you go, you travel safely and it's all enjoyable and it's worth your time. But otherwise, I will catch you here at the 8 o'clock hour in about 22 minutes, 24 minutes from now as we start the big show later. Thanks for joining me tonight on this show. Thank you, Sharon, for being here. I will see you all in a little while. And those of you who are regulars, your subscribers, sponsors, I'll see you here next Monday for the Sponsor Member Hangout show, as usual. All right, take care, everybody. Bye for now.